So, this is seriously getting out of hand.
It is them.
Of course it's them. Who else could it be?
I don't know, Sean. I didn't think Corey and Donnie would do this to us. They used to be our friends.
Times change. They don't give a shit about us anymore.
We used to have our disagreements when they worked for ASIS. But at the end of the day, I thought they were nice guys.
They know damn well about the consequences of leaking that information. Releasing classified documentation to the public causes a massive threat to both the credibility of ASIS and the security of all its employees.
We already suspected they were whistleblowers, but that small bomb really made it clear. I can't think of anyone else who would try to hurt or kill us.
It's lucky that our boss discloses the information that could turn others against us.
Yeah, I guess so. In that sense, we are lucky. But this still isn't a good situation for us.
Are we being bad people by targeting Sung and Chan like that? This is what they deserve. We are doing the wrong thing though.
We have to show these people that we mean business, that we are not going to sit back and let corruption be pushed under the rug. The Secret Intelligence Service are very good at pleasing the public, but they're keeping them in somewhat of an ignorant bliss. It's great to feel like everything is going just fine, but I think it's more important to know the truth, to be in tune with reality.
Listen, Donnie, I've been thinking. We've got to confess to ASIS that it was us. If they catch up to us, it's going to be a much more severe punishment than what we're getting if we just go now. I think it's inevitable that they're going to find us.
Not necessarily. Look, we're not ever going to admit to this, okay? If they catch us, who knows how bad our punishment is going to be.
Oh, man.
It's likely that this is going to lock us up the rest of our lives.
Do you really think we're good people?
Of course. It's just, sometimes being a good person means doing the wrong thing.
Hey, Corey, Donnie.
Hey, wait up.
Wait up.
Hey, fancy seeing you two here. It's definitely been a while.
It feels strange not having you around the office. It's a shame you had to leave ASIS.
Yeah, it's a real shame that when an agent questions any moves taken by ASIS, they're immediately seen as a threat and needs to be eliminated, rather than maturely discussing their disagreements.
Technically, you don't have to.
It was pretty clear we weren't welcoming your club.
Alright, yes, we were all sick of your crap. You used to be a valued asset until you started creating all the unnecessary conflict within the team. You were just getting in the way of business.
I'm sensing a bit of annoyance.
Cut the crap, Donnie. I'm sick of your passive aggression.
So I assume you know about the hackings. We're on the hunt for a whistleblower, or whistleblowers.
Honestly, we don't know much of the details about that, but we've got to praise whoever it was for doing society a service.
That was not a service. Their actions have caused the organization a lot of strife and tainted our reputation.
ASIS should stop focusing on the whistleblowers as the issue and take a good hard look at the agency they are right now.
Yes, obviously we have been doing that, but people are starting to question and not trust ASIS as much as they used to.
Maybe that's not such a bad thing.
Probably don't know this because it only happened this morning. But there was a bomb set off near us, and we believe someone is coming for us.
And since it isn't public that we are secret agents, and the only people who we suspect would turn on to us like that is you guys, then
If that's what you're thinking, then you're gravely mistaken.
there are strong implications that allude to the culprits being you guys, or at least one of you.
Alludes to are the key words here.
So you're saying these leaks and attacks are isolated incidents and have nothing to do with you?
I guess.
We've got our eyes on you two. See you later.
See ya.
So, I know what this is all about. They didn't fit well in the Australian Secret Intelligence Service. They just weren't what the organization really needed. So we pushed them away. We all believed leaving would mean the end of their mischief, but no. Corey and Donnie had revenge on their mind. I mean, they don't really give a fuck about making a stand for society and letting people know the truth. Nah, they just want to cause problems. Start a bit of drama, whilst they sit back and watch.
Yeah, I agree.
Their attack on us might not be their last. Who knows what's to come? Hell, they could be planning some kind of terror attack on our agents for all we know. So it's important that we shut them down.
They're unpredictable, mentally unstable if you ask me.
That's true. And even though we've covered up pretty much all personally incriminating activity since those first leaks, it's still unclear how much info they had stored before they left ASIS.
We need to put in place a higher protective system so that agents can't just leak private details whilst they're part of the agency or after leaving.
Damn right. Some things, well, a lot of things, are best left hidden from society.
So what are we gonna do?
We'll catch them. I mean, we know it was them. Make up some random bullshit to keep them locked up or whatever. This will act as a warning for other potential whistleblowers.
I like your thinking, but doesn't that seem slightly corrupt? I mean, technically we don't have any proof.
I hate that word. Corruption. It's far too often used as a means of preventing people who think they're outside the box and who are smart about making things better for themselves or making their job easier.
I guess it's not such a bad thing.
But how exactly do you
We'll
propose...
be fine as always. Remember what our boss always told us?
At the Australian Secret Intelligence Service, we do whatever we can to protect our prestige, reputation, and keep society happy. No matter what we do it to the best of our ability. Because of this, we get what we want every single time.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Sweet. Yeah. Let's go, fine.
Hello, Corey. What do you need?
I have some things I'd like to tell you, Mr. Zhu.
Come in. Be my guest. Let's talk. Have a seat. By the way, there are cameras fitted around this room to record everything you do and say. These recordings can be used as evidence if I need to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hit me, Mr. Reed.
Hit you?
Tell me what you came here to say.
Alright, sorry Malik, I'm a bit nervous.
Don't be. I'm ready for whatever.
Okay, so let's say if I were hypothetically to admit to something that I've been a suspect of, let's say the leaking of some ASIS documents, would I be given the same punishment as if I was hypothetically found guilty of it?
If that were the case, then yes, there would probably be more leeway on the punishment, and in court, it's likely what you have to say will be more respected since you wouldn't be a liar.
Pretending hypothetically that I admit to these allegations, would I be able to inform Donnie and have a day or so to deal with things before you inform ASIS and the government?
Are you asking if I would turn a blind eye before coming later to put you on trial and almost certainly arrest you?
Yes.
That's not something that usually happens. I'd probably inform my workers, handcuff you, take you to jail for the night, and then commence making our decisions about what is to be done the next day.
Right, I see.
I suppose I can make an exception and give you 24 hours of freedom.
So again, pretending I admit to these allegations, you give me the 24 hours?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I did it.
We've got that on record right now, you understand?
I confirm the statement.
Well, that is settled. Just to clarify, Donnie Baker was working with you as a partner in this.
Yes, that's right.
You will have to find evidence of that. Or Mr. Baker will have to admit for what he has done.
I will be able to present evidence if he still denies what we did.
Well, I'm glad you came forth with this. All this has rather been upsetting, because I honestly found you two excellent workers until you went into this rebellious phase. It has been hard seeing you throw away your potential, because I imagine the both of you getting higher positions in the ASIS department. Nevertheless, I hope at least you have learned from your mistakes.
I still don't believe I did anything wrong and consider it a service to society by delivering them the information they should rightfully know. I don't think I should be punished and instead should be praised for my service.
We see things a little differently. I wanted to ask about what we can assume was the attempted murder of Sean Aurora and Sung Yamamoto.
Yes, that was us.
Take me through that.
I was spying on Sung and Ishan. Informing Donnie of their whereabouts. Donnie acted like a normal person, catching a train. And visiting the harbour. Before reaching Sung and Ishan, he activated the bomb and placed the bag beside them as inconspicuously as possible before heading off. By the way, the explosion was small and most likely would have just injured them.
It was a relief that they escaped, but I'm surprised you went for those two in particular.
You know exactly why. Sean Aurora and Sung Yamamoto were the main two people in all this corruption, and unfortunately Donnie and I didn't have access to the proof of who specific people involved in undertaking the various actions, or lack thereof, in ASIS were. Otherwise we most definitely would have leaked that too.
As we have gone through, there's nothing in our record about them doing anything out of the ordinary or taking on justice.
That's because you changed them.
I am the boss of ASIS, so you can trust me to be honest.
Your lying repulses me. You've admitted to my face several times about changing secret records of workers' activities. Yet now I know you'll deny them because the camera's recording us.
I don't want to hear this delusional nonsense. Your 24 hours starts now. Expect yourselves to be taken away from 1:30 onwards, if you haven't brought yourselves in earlier.
Hi, Donnie.
Hi, Corey. I've been admiring these amazing roses I picked from my garden. You know, I never really appreciated the beauty of roses until this moment.
Okay, look, I need to tell you something.
Take a seat.
I'm good. Look, I figured we'd get caught anyway, so I turned us into the boss of ASIS, and I admitted everything.
Is this a joke?
Do I ever joke about things like this?
Not really. I don't really joke much about anything. What the hell have you done, Corey?
Donnie, I know this might be a little bit upsetting. I understand that. Look, Malakzu is turning us a blind eye till tomorrow. It would have been worse if I didn't turn us in.
What do you want me to say? Thanks?
I suggest you go in and personally admit you're a part of this.
You're full of amazing ideas.
I'm serious.
I am too. I'll admit what I did, and then maybe instead of a life sentence, I'll get 30 years if I'm lucky.
I'm sorry for making you upset, Donnie.
Nah, it's okay. Sorry for being so aggressive. Come here, Corey. Give me a hug. After all, this is probably our last moment together as free men.
I am pleased to find that things have been made right. Except this time, the Australian Secret Intelligence Service didn't have to do much as the two criminals finished it themselves. As always, we got what we wanted, and this is for the justice to be served.